If you are the type of person who just goes every single day, you don't have to be the best, you don't have to be the strongest. If you're just that person who just doesn't give up, you will succeed. And this has happened time and time again. The persons who are insanely focused on what they wanted to achieve, and they just kept on going every single day, no matter how they feel or what they do. Every single type of work counts. Welcome to the Successful Team Podcast. My name is Shimon Futima, and I've created this podcast to inspire teens to succeed in life. I've just changed my mindset last month to a completely new mindset, and it's completely changing my life. Persist regardless of failure. This explains on doing what you love to do, even if it fails, to continue the plan you have been doing for the past months or weeks. Even if failure occurs, the only thing you should change is the way you act on those goals. And we need to think about this. Most people, when they try to do something they love to do, they see failure as an obstacle and they stop when failure occurs. Failure is there to build you. There's only two outcomes from failure. Either you get failure, which builds on you, or you get success, which builds you. Those are two different kinds of building on a person, either from failure, which builds you to learn from those mistakes, or success to achieve something. There's a very good story containing this kind of information, and it's called the 20-mile march. There were two types of groups that were going for a march to the North Pole. One group's philosophy was to march every single time there was no storm, there was sunshine, or it wasn't raining, or it wasn't snowing. They kept walking when there was no obstacle in their way. The other kept going every single day, no matter what storm or what obstacle was in their way. They kept on going, no matter what obstacle they saw. And which one do you think survived and also came back alive? Yes, as you predicted, the one who marched every day. The other group died before they even got to the North Pole. And this group that did a march every single day, even if they didn't feel like, they did 20 miles per day no matter what. They survived and came back healthy as normal. The other group did not make it. And what can we learn from this story? We can learn that every single thing you do for work, no matter how big, no matter how small it is enough to achieve your goal, to achieve success in life. Now, I want you to imagine this. Let's say your uncle comes by, or your grandparents, or your idol comes by to your house and wants to talk to you. And he asks what you do. He asks, what do you actually do for life? And how many times do you do it? Which one do you think he's going to be more impressed with? The guy who says, oh, I just work whenever I feel like it. I record videos because only days I feel like it, and I only upload them because I feel like it. Or the guy who keeps on doing even though he doesn't want to. He doesn't feel like it. He feels ill and he still keeps going. That guy will be more successful than the other, and the idol, the grandparent or the uncle will be more proud of you. And it actually will lead them to imitate you, because that's how people work. People, when they see someone else working harder than them or better than them, They want to imitate because they don't want to feel unsuperior to you. And that's where it goes. If you are the type of person who just goes every single day, you don't have to be the best, you don't have to be the strongest. If you're just that person who just doesn't give up, you will succeed. And this has happened time and time again. The persons who are insanely focused on what they wanted to achieve, and they just kept on going every single day, no matter how they feel or what they do. Every single type of work counts. If you are the type of person who just goes every single day, you don't have to be the best, you don't have to be the strongest. If you're just that person who just doesn't give up, you will succeed. And this has happened time and time again. The persons who are insanely focused on what they wanted to achieve, and they just kept on going every single day, no matter how they feel or what they do. Every single type of work counts. There's no such thing as work that does not count. Everything you do works. If it is productive, if it amplifies something in the work, even if it's a little bit, it is better. Not procrastinating on learning courses on Udemy or watching YouTube videos on how to create a business or a YouTube channel. You just start and you keep going and learn with the flow. And these type of people always succeed. And we can go back to my stories all the way 3 years ago when I was 15, 14 years old. And I still remember I did not have this mindset yet to persist without failure. I would do something for 6 days, every single day. Let's say we go to exercise to the gym every single day when I was 14 years old. And on the 7th day, I would quit because I did not have that discipline. I did not have that mindset that I should persist no matter the failure. No matter the failure. And because I didn't have that, I would have been more successful right now if I actually acted. But because failure was an obstacle in my way, I could not see the path for the future. I failed and I stopped. I failed and I stopped. And that's how my life was kept going. I made a podcast in 2019, 2020. And because I got bored of it, I got bored of posting podcasts, I stopped. Now, that does not mean you shouldn't stop because you are bored. It means you should change the content you are creating to make something interesting for you. And around 17, when I was 17 years old, I read the book called Mastery from Robert Greene on how to achieve anything, any goal you want to achieve, anything you want to learn from the beginning. It says in the book, if you want to learn how to play on the piano, you have to play every single day for an hour for 6 months. Because after those 6 months, that'll be over 200 hours of you playing, which will make you an expert in that degree. And this is where most people fail because they don't persist regardless of failure. Right now, I'm creating a lot of content. Not only this, I'm creating courses, books, and working for businesses, even going to networking events, and also creating my own networking event, which is a whole new level for me. I've never created such things in my life, but I went straight on and did everything. The reason why I do loads of things because I have a lot of time, which then every single week, I can focus on one thing and put loads of focus into one content. Right now, I'm making one video on the main account, Shimon Fatima, 2 shorts on the main account, 1 community post, and then on this podcast, I upload every Monday and 3 shorts from this podcast. All this I do every single week, no matter what happens. Every single week, there will be a podcast on Monday and 3 shorts on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. On my main channel, there's always going to be a video on Sunday, and it will be always shorts on Tuesday and Friday. And it will always happen that I will continue doing this work and I'll work towards it. And within the 4 weeks period that I've been creating this content, I've already got 2 kind of viral videos for me getting over 1,000 views, which is very impressive for me because I've just started this YouTube channel, and it will keep on growing because every single time I upload a new video or a new short, I get more views on the previous videos and more subscribers on the previous video, which is the thing we want to have. We upload something and we get success even if we upload something new. We have to do it without even thinking about it. Do what you love. Do it without thinking about failure. And I'm very glad to say this, but before I created that first video, the heartbreak destroyed me. I had a completely different mindset then. I was thinking, okay, I need to make money today. I need to create something and start earning today. And I would do anything to get that money, hustle to get that money. But then my father came along. He said something from a podcast he watched with Casey Neistat from the Daily Diary of the CEO. And he said, you should do it no matter what, because you just love it, not because you have to do it. Don't watch the comments, don't look at the views, don't look at the likes. Just do it because you love doing it. And because of all this, if he hasn't told me that, I would have a completely different mindset, thinking on how to make a business from podcasts and YouTube channel instead of doing it because I love it. It's my hobby. It's what I love to do. I love to give you the information that I have learned from these years and share it with you. And that's when my mindset changed. I should persist no matter the failure until I succeed. And there is a law that we get from the 48 Laws of Power, which is the book right here. Law number 9. Win through actions, never through argument. And this explains that we should always win through actions, not arguments, meaning we should always act and show people what we can do instead of always arguing with people on what we should do next. If you just show people what you can do, they'll be more impressed. As we get back to the topic, when we see our grandparents or we see our cousins, uncles, or our idol, they ask us a question: what are you and what do you do every single day? And you tell them that I work every single day no matter how I feel. They'll be more impressed in you than the person who says they work when they feel like it. They exercise when they feel like it. They eat healthy when they feel like it. You should be doing this every single day because you need to learn it as a discipline. Discipline makes you into the man or woman you always wanted to be. Motivation only sparks that creation. Thank you for listening to my podcast today on how my mindset has changed. I hope you like it, and see you next time.